Doing a little one-handed typing, are we, Machine God? A paintbrush. A paintbrush, he says. We all definitely believe that. It's a, it's a wiener joke. The joke is he's you know what? Let's just move on. Let's just move on. How are we doing today, folks? Pardon me, just getting situated. I'm gonna have my little mug of coffee here, which is gonna go down great on top of the cup of spicy broth that I just drank. Don't ask questions, just accept that it's happening. ER visit narrowly avoided. Roland! What was that about, man? Hopefully nothing serious. I mean, you avoided an ER visit, so I assume it's not serious. By its very definition, it wouldn't be an emergency. But either way, I hope not too uncomfortable. Haas 00312, thank you for the follow just a couple of minutes ago. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. It is good to see everyone tonight. Let me see who we got in chat. Oh, excuse me. Had to cram down some food right before I got on. Wombat Combat! White Wolf. You like how I say it? I'm going to say that like that from now on. Wombat Combat! I believe that's how it's pronounced, you know, down under, where they have wombats and their own pronunciation of combat. I kind of dug myself a hole there. Let's move on again. Let's just keep moving. Let's keep it going. Let's keep putting one foot in front of the other. Kursala, it is good to see you as well. Machine God is here. Machine God, how you been, man? We haven't seen you for a little while. How's the, oh my god, the other day, Zombie Brush came in, and I called him you. It was terrible. I usually don't make flubs quite that bad, but, you know, I was just thinking, like, I thought, okay, you know, my brain goes through its series of gates, and I thought Zombie Brush, and then I thought about the Atlas that you guys did that he painted, and in my head I just connected him with the Patreon, and I was like, oh, check out Zombie Brush's Patreon. He doesn't have one. That was a fun time. I think he may hold a grudge over that one. Datron Voltari, good to see you. Project Dark Fox just yelling the word ass, as is good and proper. Hamburg Tack, welcome in, my friend. Oh, Soulsworn, good to see you, man. Riot Sister, hello there. Hypnotic Mom, welcome in at the start of the stream. No less Mafik, it is of course morning where Mafik is, him living apparently in the upside down, like several of our viewers. Yeah. Yes, I agree with Riot Sister on that one, just for the sake of inclusivity. And you know, I grew up, and this isn't a subject I'm gonna linger on. I grew up in the 90s, throwing that one around too, and it's just something that I've tried to phase out of my personal lexicon because, you know, I don't like hurting people's feelings. I don't like saying mean things. You know what I say? You know what I like less than saying mean things is saying mean things on accident when I meant to say something else. It's terribly embarrassing and has left me feeling like a poop more times than I can count. But yeah, I'm with you on that one, Riot Sister. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So I put up, where is it? It's that way, same direction as my logo, but past it, I put up a donation goal. I have been spending the last few days getting the game room. Haas is a bot? Oh, that sucks. Oh no, is it a bad bot? Is it a good bot? I don't care. I don't care. I got it set up now so people can only chat if they have confirmed. Well, get rid of them then. To hell with them. I have it set up now so people can only chat if they have email confirmation, so at the least we shouldn't get too many bots coming in and dropping, you know, whatever it is they do. There's been like a bunch of hate raids and stuff on Twitch lately. I've been following on the Twitch Discord, which is kind of, if I ever get that bored, man, somebody slap me. Spam, glorious spam. How you doing, Hathrear Bullows? What's a Warjack? I'll show you in just a minute. We're gonna be working on a couple of them. I got one on my painting handle right here. I got two of them. I'm gonna be starting up today. I'm trying to get my Iron Star Alliance together. Yeah, they are like big war machines from the game well, War Machine, I realize, is actually the game that they originated from. And now also from Warcaster, both by Privateer Press. Yes, it's on my painting butt plug. And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to get a nice pre-glaze of some oil paints on there, get it good and slippery, and I'm going to shove it up my ass, Hethrear. Thank you so much for directing the conversation where it obviously needed to go. So yeah, I've been spending the last few days getting the game room ready to go. Dug out an old PC case, pulled out an old motherboard, an old GPU, my old processor from before my upgrade, cobbled together a PC that frankly sucks. It's a bad PC, but you know what it is? Good enough to stream on. That's something right there. So I'm getting I just put in an order for the cables that I need. Now that the PC is there, I've got an arm that fits on my table, I've got a monitor, I've got my keyboard and mouse set up in such a way that I can play and use them. I'm going to be spending the next week wiring my cameras up, getting my mics working. And is there anybody in chat who's more experienced with audio than I am? Maybe you could tell me. I was looking for... I think I'm going to wind up going with a wired lavalier microphone. You know, like a little lapel mic. And then just have it monitored on, like, some earbuds. I've gotten so used to having a live monitor, but it seems like to do that, I would have to get... Like, I don't think I'm gonna monitor at first. I said that wrong. I'm not gonna monitor at first, because to monitor, it looks like I need to get something like a Scarlett Duo, and then do, like, an XLR lavalier mic, and then get my, you know, just basically the setup I have right now, but with a couple of lavaliers. And, it's a real pain in the ass, because all of the wireless lavalier mics that I have found, they have monitors. But all the monitor plugs are in the receivers, and not... Oh my god. I wish that my alert would pop that up in such a way that I could see it. Somebody just donated, and I can't see for how much. I'm such a bad streamer. My activity feed doesn't pop that up. Hang on. Let me pull up, Streamlabs so I can check that out in real time. And I'll finish what I'm saying. One moment. Okay, but anyway, all the monitors for the lavalier mics are on the receivers, not the transmitters, which is like... I guess that's so someone else can monitor you, because lavaliers are usually for, like, doing interviews and stuff like that, but I just want to wear a wireless mic and also monitor my own audio, and the world is not letting me do it. So anyway, the point is I'm going with a wired mic right now and no monitor, and then, if things go well, if the gaming streams go well, if everyone enjoys them, we can put up another donation goal for about $300, which is how much I think it'll wind up costing me to upgrade to an XLR lavalier system with 2 mics and a live monitor, but I'm not going to worry about it until we've done a few. I am going with the minimum possible amount of money spent to get us started, which is why, if I can finish my damn thought, I have put up the donation goal and Hamburg Tack dropping $10 to get us started first indeed. Hamburg, thank you so much for that, my friend. But yeah, $400 is about what it is costing to get upgraded and get all the equipment that I need for us to do the upcoming game streams. And I've already spent it because I'm gonna do it one way or the other. This is just if you guys feel like helping me recoup those costs, you can go ahead and hit the Streamlabs donate button down there below the stream. I'll also be taking any subscription fees from this month and the next few months and rolling them right over into that to help pay for it. Hamburg, thank you so much. Here at Thunderhead Studio, we put the minimum and minimum viable product. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Grandpa's Thump. Oh, thank you so much for saying so. You can hit on me if you want to, man. It's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna sell you bathwater yet. We're waiting to hear back from the branding guys on that one. So, speaking of branding, we're gonna have some... Speaking of branding, Alex over at Steel Warrior is working on... Yes, thank you so much for that, White Wolf. You can find Thunderhead Studios merch over at Rainy River Designs, as well as a lot of really cool painting products, including their own line of acrylic paints, some of which I'm going to be using today. Alex over at Steel Warrior has been putting together some actual, like, product... What's the word? Yeah, just the logo on the forehead. I should just get it tattooed at this point, or branded. It is a brand. My logo did start as a cattle brand in like 1930 or some shit like that, so why not just... In fact, I have these brands. I just realized I actually have brands of this brand in my barn. No, I'm not going to brand myself. We're not even going to make that a community goal, damn it. Fuck. I'm all over the place today. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yes. Okay, Steel Warrior Studios is developing some, like, shelf boxes and packaging with all of our branding on it, because we have gotten a lot of stock orders for retail stores lately. It has been really surprising. We are now available at Ares Games and Miniatures. We are available from Fortress Miniatures and Games, which they just switch the words for those two. A number of physical game stores have expressed interest, and another store just contacted us yesterday about putting in a stock order, a really big one, like a 4,200 square foot store down in Arizona. I'm pretty excited about that. That's a damn good feeling that they want to stock my product, and the stock orders are always fun to send out. They got big numbers associated with them, and that always feels good. From Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull Vodka, Thunderhead's White Spirit Terpenoid. Dude, okay, legitimately, Dan Aykroyd is a fucking kook, but that Crystal Skull Vodka is damn good. I've gone through a couple bottles of it. Right on the left ass cheek for a 1K donation. I'm not Andy Bernard, for the love of God. I'm not quite that desperate. My boss is not Robert California. I'm going to finish my coffee up, and then we're going to get started painting. I have 2 Firebrand Warjacks from the Iron Star Alliance ready to go. I just built my Morning Star Warjack, also from the ISA. He is not primed. He is not ready. He is also, if you can probably see from here, you can see his pose, right? He's posed like Johnny Bravo. Can you see it? It's the Johnny Bravo pose. I don't know what they were thinking with this model. I really don't. This is like the worst model in the Warcaster range, and I have no explanation for it. I don't know what they were thinking. It's a good model. It's just fine. He needs a little help so he doesn't look quite so ridiculous. That's all. How are you liking your time in the Linseed Brotherhood? I am enjoying oil painting quite a lot. So what I'm actually going to be doing with these models moving forward, interestingly enough, Grim Nation Hobbies, is I'm going to be doing most of my painting in acrylic, and then coming in for the last step with some oils to do a couple of particular effects and glazes with oil paints, because I did that with my Iron Star Alliance Paladins, and I fucking loved it. So we're gonna find the crossover point, if you will, where oil and acrylic meet. Pun expected. It is damn good to see you, man. Can we get a shout out, by the way, for Pun expected? We got a number of people we could have shout outs for in here. Some really, really talented painters. Suicide Prenny, good to see a limited edition Pride Skull for the last bottle of Crystal Head. It looks dope. Ooh, really? I don't think I've seen that one. Will he do the monkey with you? I don't think they have any monkeys in the Hyper Uranium. I wonder what sort of primates they do have. Okay, yeah, no, Hathrier is right. Jack's Red Blade is a model available from Privateer Press for Warcaster, and it is the worst model. It's way worse than the Morning Star. It's just a bad model. And, like, I love the game, I love most of their sculpts, but that one deserves to be pointed out as, like, you fucked up. It doesn't even look human. It's, like, I don't know how the hell that got through approval. You look at it, it looks like a really crudely animated cartoon. Like some Christmas light bullshit. It's astonishing. It truly is. Chaotic Harmony, that's... Oh, he called Chaotic Harmony a monkey. Oh, I don't think Harmony's here to appreciate it. Roland, save that one and use it again when Harmony's in here. I will really awkwardly, like, as soon as I see him in chat, I'll awkwardly change the subject. I'll be like, ooh, monkeys and Warcaster. And you could be like, ooh, Chaotic Harmony's a monkey. It'll be great. Well, fucking, it'll be like, you know, I serve it up, and I'll like fire it off to the side, and then bam, you just nail it home. If I can mix like 3 different sports and do it poorly, for the sake of my metaphor. I'll set it up, you knock it down. How about that? Approved at 4:59 p.m. Friday afternoon for that sculpt. Wait, which one to square? Oh, I did? That was me? Son of a bitch. They're on me. They're on to me. It's all over. Why don't we do some painting? Oh, hang on. I need to do something real quick. I want to put this piece of parchment paper on my... I got my little 3D printed oil palette together. The only piece that needs to be redone is the lid, which has my logo kind of on it, because I'm just doing that on everything these days. It doesn't quite fit the way that I want it to. It's not quite tall enough, and it needs a little snap-in clasp. But the general idea is that here is the bottom of it, and it's got some magnets in it, and here's the top of it, and it has some magnets in it, and this goes on there like that. But more interestingly, what you do is you take your piece of wax and or parchment paper, depending on which you prefer. I've come to rather like the parchment paper because it kind of saps a lot of the medium out and dries it quicker, and makes for some interesting working times. Go ahead and wrap that around and set it down, wrap it around and let it click down with your magnet, and you're like, oh no, but my paper's all loose. Well, that's really no problem. And then you just kind of press on the bottom and tug, and tighten it up real nice. And then you have a nice little magnetized palette, and when it comes time to throw away the paper, you just put your finger under here, pop it up, or push it from the bottom, throw the paper away, put on a new one. This is so much faster than the way I was doing it before. It's kinda crazy. Kinda crazy. Almost as crazy as Nanotanks and Colonel Matthew Steiner each getting that 16-month resub. Holy crap, you guys. And there. Now with a lid, I can actually take this and put it places and stack things on top of it and not worry about... You always hear me during the storm report, I'm like, I don't want to put my elbow in my oil paint. Well, this will ideally prevent that from happening. Nanotanks, Colonel Matthew Steiner, thank you both so much for your support. Both of those sub fees for this month are going to be going into that pool for the game room upgrade. I'm really excited about that. I hope it's going to go well. I am hoping to start not only being able to host some game nights here on Twitch out in the game room, but also just recording some games and maybe putting together some battle reports. I put a lot of thought recently into, because I kept trying to do YouTube stuff and never quite found what I wanted to do for YouTube, and I'm like, you know, I actually want to make battle reports. That, like, sounds fun. So we're going to give that a try, and we're going to see how it goes. Grab your hands, right, sister? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe I'll put some effort into developing more, like, a line of painting tools and supplies. Between lately me doing my my paint handle and now this palette, it seems like it might be viable. I've got some ideas. You gotta have it done by September. Hethrier, that's my cutoff date, actually. My goal, my deadline is to have it ready when you get here, so at a minimum, I don't think that I'll have my Warcaster force... Dude, Miniature Market keeps holding on to my fucking Eternus Continuum order. They're holding on to it because the Vassal Raiders haven't come in yet, and they won't ship any of it until they do, and that's, like, still not there. So I'm just waiting on that. But yeah, if we play some skirmish games and play some Conquest, I'm hoping to record it and make some battle reports out of it. We can both go deaf as fuck from the concert, then scream at each other playing. Yeah, we'll be fresh from a Sabaton show when we do that, so it'll be mostly us going, you do what? Huh? Who? It'll be great. I should have enough time by then to fully test out my audio rig and make sure that it's going to work for recording 2 people. I should have enough time by then. That's why I'm doing it now. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. And the first step on these guys is going to be a little bit of coal black. Oh my god, sewer creature. What kind of a question is that, man? That's... yeah, ooh. I could do favorite album. Because I think Carolus Rex is, like, peak Sabaton. And a few of them, like, a lot of them are just below Carolus Rex, but Carolus Rex is top fucking tier. I wouldn't even say that my favorite song is on Carolus Rex. I just think that that album, as a complete album, is better than most of the other ones. It is. Beastly Brush, I'm glad you agree. I don't use P3 colors, but somebody suggested coal black to me once, like 4 years ago, and this is the only color that I buy from Privateer Press. And I really quite want Kursala to imitate this, to mimic this perfectly, because I use it constantly. It's a very unique color. Where my brushes at? There they are. Thin you down a little bit, and then we can get started. I hope you guys are as excited about the Game Room streams as I am. I'm not going to sit here and guarantee that everything is going to go perfectly the first time around, because we're definitely going to have some growing pains with it, but I'm excited to give it a try. I'm excited what it means for the stream. I'm excited what it means for me getting more games in, broadly speaking. Never listened to Sabaton. Are they any good? Yes. Yes, Kursala. Yes, they're quite good. Also, one of the most fun shows that I've ever been to. I've been to a number of Sabaton shows now, with Hethrier, specifically. We've gone together to a whole series of them. But, I went to a Sabaton show in San Antonio, Texas, that was right about the same time as a big old snowstorm down there, which they don't have very often, so it kind of shut down highways. And it was a situation where they sort of preemptively canceled because it didn't look like the weather was going to work for them. And then they were like, oh no, we're going to be able to do the show anyway. So, like, nobody showed up. Almost nobody showed up for the show. It was us and, like, maybe 20-something other people. The whole room had maybe 30 people who actually showed up to go. And you would think in that situation, with a band that's used to playing much larger gigs, like, well, they might not put all their energy into that show, or, you know, whatever. No, they went up there, and they delivered one of the most energetic and involved performances I've ever seen. They were just as enthusiastic for 30 people as they generally are for hundreds. It was pretty freaking amazing. And I have immense respect for that. Because they didn't have to. They could have phoned that one in, and none of us would have even blamed them. But they love what they do. That's the impression I got from that show. These are guys who really, really enjoy putting on those shows. And God bless them. Yeah, all y'all motherfuckers need some Sabaton in your lives, right? Y'all motherfuckers need Sabaton. Yeah, they're like historic metal. and are really, really good. Like, it doesn't... The concept of Sabaton doesn't sound anywhere near as amazing as the actual band. Hethrir, we've seen them together 3 times now? I want to say we've gone to 3 shows together at this point. Live from the Thundershed. Oh, we'll come up with all kinds of stupid puns. Don't you worry about that. Making some decisions here about what's going to be what color. These are our first ISA Warjacks that we put paint down on, so they're going to take a little bit of consideration. Most of their songs are fucking bangers. I struggle to think of Sabaton songs that I really don't enjoy. There's maybe a handful of them from some of their earlier albums that are like, yeah, just not great. Even then, they're pretty rockin'. Yeah, guys, if you haven't listened to Sabaton, do yourself a favor and go listen to them, like, immediately. Particularly if you have any interest in, like, World War II history, because that's what most of their music is about. Which is, by itself, pretty damn cool. I just made the decision to do all of these spindle servo pieces in the metallic style rather than the flat armor plate style. I think that'll look good on the final paint job. Great War. Yeah, the World War I album is pretty damn great. Dude, Aces in Exile is a great fucking song, too. They're like educational metal, because you'll listen to them and you'll hear a badass song and you'll go, wait, what is this song about? And you'll go look it up and you'll learn about, like, some battle from some war that you had never read about. Their whole Carolus Rex album is about, like, the 16th century Swedish emperor who was like 15 years old when he declared himself king by his own right, rejecting the church, and then led like an incredibly successful campaign. Like, it's this crazy piece of history that I had no reason to ever look up, and then I'm like, oh, this album, Careless Rex, what's this about? Oh, Emperor Karl the Giant Dicked. Okay. Interesting. As someone talking about Sabaton in Discord today, I sense a conspiracy. That sounds like the best possible kind of conspiracy, if we're being fair. Like, this is the kind of conspiracy I want to encourage. If anyone would like to conspire to talk about and listen to Sabaton, I encourage this conspiracy. Please feel free. You will be unhindered. What 6 buildings are in the Trinity City expansion? Any chance of turrets in the future? Yes, time stop. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going over each of the primary Hextech file sets and expanding on each of them diving into the pieces that I told myself when I finished them. I was like, well, we want to expand it with this, but I'll do that later. That's happening right now. Instead of releasing a new set, each and every set is going to get some extra parts. Trinity City is going to get some extra buildings. The defense expansion is going to get some turrets and some extra pieces. The drop base Delta is going to get some more pieces. The Fluid Works, like, everything is going to get more. Hey, what's up, Smack Weasel? Came at it the other way, doing my normal thing of watching history documentaries on YouTube, and the platform started suggesting this weird band. It was like, oh, you seem to be reading about the Desert Fox. Would you like to listen to a super badass metal song about him? And I was like, yeah, I would actually. That sounds great. Panzer Elite's a great song. Like I said, though, I couldn't possibly pick a favorite. They're all really quite good. Sabaton makes good music. Damn right, Time Stop. Damn right. Gus Schultz, it is good to see you, my friend. How you doing today, man? And yeah, just a reminder, because I know a lot of people have filtered in, I'm going to go ahead and point out that we do have a donation goal up right now. I've already spent the money because I was going to do it anyway, upgrading my game room so that we can stream and record out there. And if you would like to help me recoup the costs incurred in doing so, please feel free to make a donation through Streamlabs. All of it will go to, well, basically just what I've already paid for. And then if those streams go well, we'll probably have another donation goal up to upgrade our audio setup out there. Largely so that I can have guests. So we can have people come by to play games with me and be like, hey man, let's stream it, let's go, let's do it. Let's go live on Twitch, baby. How far do you push the acrylics with this method? So, as far as methodology goes, it is very much still being developed, Grim Nation Hobbies, but I'm going to be pushing the acrylics most of the way through this paint process on these, because I've already started painting this army almost entirely in acrylics, so I'm keeping the oil usage to last-minute glazes and washes. Very, very simple. As I move forward into the next army that I'm doing for Warcaster, and also, I'm going to be doing some Maelstrom's Edge figures in the near future. I'm doing Conquest entirely in oils. And this is kind of how I divide up my methods. Like, once I start painting a faction, an army, a game a certain way, I kind of, like, I mentally have to do all of them that way. So Conquest is going to be all in oils. Warcaster, like this, I love the Marcher Worlds Jacks. Look at this big son of a bitch. It's such a cool design. These guys are going to be in the hybrid acrylic oil, heavy on the acrylic. And then as I get back into painting some Maelstrom's Edge, they are going to be in hybrid acrylic oil, heavy on the oil. This is the plan. And I'm going to be painting some Maelstrom's Edge because I very much plan to stream some games of Maelstrom's Edge in the hope of converting some of you fine people over to that game system, because it really is great and not enough people play it. Is that metal mech? Yeah, Colonel Matthew Steiner, most of the first wave of models from Warcaster are metal. Which normally would be what's the word? A deal breaker for me, but I really like playing the game. It's a good enough game that it has me painting metal. This guy's all metal, this figure here. That's an easy one to mix up, honestly, Sewer Creature. Those two songs, I mix up the titles all the time. They're very, very similar. So don't feel bad. Always miss the Battletech painting streams, Iron Raptor. We were working on some of your stuff, and we're going to be working on some of your stuff again here soon. I need to do at least one more detail pass on this guy. But your Vulture got its ass kicked by a Metalcore Collectibles Tyrant. And this was acrylic touched up with oil. And then I was showing off this amazing Ion Raptor Kraken. I know it's a Bane, but that's what the dirty clanners call it, and who the hell gives a crap what they think, am I right? God. Strip those clan weapons. Yeah, I went with the Bane 3, just because I love all the missile launchers. WJ, good to see you, man. Still buy me a peepsy drink. That's okay. You can like the clans. You're allowed to like the clans. I accept that people are wrong all the time. This is not that much of a stretch for me. Smack Weasel has been summoned. Smack Weasel, how you doing today, man? Well, I am going to be giving Clan Thunderskunk's paint scheme another try on that Kraken. Since I'm painting a clan mech, I might as well. I'm looking forward to actually, and this is one of the cool things I think that's about the gaming stream, we're going to play some Battletech, guys. We're going to play some Battletech, because Battletech Classic and Alpha with Hexes are both ideally suited, in my opinion, to streaming. As long as we're using Hexes, anything with a grid, where you can be like, I move my unit 2 Hexes forward. This is a really, really easy thing to paint, or not to paint, but to play over a stream. So we're going to be playing some Battletech. I've been even thinking about maybe running like a Chaos campaign with somebody live over the stream. We'll see. We're going to take it one stream at a time and see where it takes us. Have you painted any of the Empyreans? I don't have any Empyreans Beastly Brush. The only Empyrean pieces I have were loaned from Hethrir so that I could sculpt up their weapons for 3D printing purposes. I do not currently have any myself. I've got Iron Star Alliance, Marcher Worlds, and Eternus Continuum, and being honest, I'm not really that interested in picking up Empyreans. I really like the Eternus Continuum, and these other two factions I mostly have just so people can come to my house, come to my game room, and I can just hand them an army and we can play. But who knows, we'll see. Streaming Mega Mech? No, we're gonna be streaming like live games. Like my tabletop, my hex grid, my models, and then just play them. I don't know. I've done Tabletop Simulator and I've done Mega Mech and stuff, but I like moving models around and physically rolling dice. And while it would probably, in fact, definitely be faster to play over Tabletop Simulator, we're gonna give a try to physical wargaming over Twitch. You know, Machine God, Cat of Harmony does that. He plays Tabletop Simulator, Battletech, on Twitch. If you ever felt like playing with him, I am sure he would be happy to roll you in. Mike GM, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. We got a lot of follows. It feels like we just did the 1,500 follower giveaway, and we've gotten 50 since then. You guys are amazing. Sumatha, good to see you, my friend. The highlight of my Sabaton-related Wait, were we talking about Revelations? I'm gonna have to scroll up and see that. Highlight of my Sabaton-related experiences with playing War Thunder as a PZ-11C and demolishing my eardrums with Ghost Division to carry the match. That's as is good and proper. There are some tricky to reach spots on this figure. But, you know, if you can't reach him with a brush, people usually can't see him, so I'm just going to shade him real heavy and move on. It's a good strategy, right? I think so. Let's paint his gooch here real quick. It's important. It's an important piece of connective metalwork, guys. Streamer, what's up, Matt Yee? How you doing today, man? Guys, if you're not following Matt Yee and you have any interest in oil painting, this is definitely somebody whose next stream you should be checking out. He is a huge inspiration. Matt, how are you doing today, man? Yeah, I saw that. Wombat was using some oils last night. You know what game I started playing last night? Was, I think it just came out, like in the last 24 hours, was Aliens Fireteam Elite. It seems like it has really limited content so far. Like only 3 campaigns, but it's basically Left 4 Dead, but with aliens and you play as Colonial Marines. And I find it shockingly fun. It has an interesting, like, character advancement and build system, and you know what it has? It has that perfect sound effect. You know the one I'm talking about? The pulse rifle firing. It's so good. It's so good. I've been enjoying that one. I've only played, like, 1 quick campaign of it so far, but what I played, I found very interesting. Been playing Psychonauts 2. Nice! Auto Fire, good to see ya. I hope you are doing well as well, good sir. Yeah, it's 3-player. It's weird, Sumitha. The game needs some QOL balance passes. There's definitely some patches that need doing, because, like, right now, there isn't any chat on PC. Like, there's voice chat and text chat, even, on consoles, but there's no chat on PC, so I, like, can't tell people things. And we lost a match. I woke up this morning and I played one before I went outside. We lost a match because there was an objective where one player had to run across a hangar bay to open the hangar doors so the dropship could take off. And there's an NPC with you on this mission, and he follows around the majority of the team, so if 2 players go someplace, he goes with them. And I couldn't tell people, like, hey, I'll go get it. So I was, like, 3/4 of the way there when another person came with me, and then the NPC runs across the hangar bay towards us, and then as you hit it, it spawns like 5 or 6 alien warriors, which are fucking huge, and they just wrecked us because the NPC got killed crossing the hangar bay. It was bullshit. It is really, really basic, and it's something that they obviously just, like, forgot. But, you know, whatever, they'll fix it. I'm not really too concerned. It's only I think it's like a $40 game, and for $40, if it provides a decent amount of replayability for a month or so, I'm gonna be happy, and based on my limited play so far, I think it'll be at least that. These days, I rate how much I spend on a game on how much time I'm likely to put into it, you know? And if the core gameplay loop is fun, I'll probably play it for a while. Plus, they got those alien sound effects, and those get me every time. I mean, it is basically just like a few particular scenes from Aliens in a video game over and over and over again, and they just so happen to be my favorite scenes, so, you know. Is that all the parts that I want to? No, I want to do these dealy boppers on his feet like this. Remember the old Aliens action figures and comics? Yeah, in the 90s, WJ, I had a bunch of those, man. Remember the weird, like, alien capture dropship with the little clear plastic dome? And it had, like, the shitty rubber butthole on the bottom of it? And you'd go like, ooh, I captured the alien! You drop it down and you'd stuff an action figure up inside in the sphincter. Yeah. I don't know what that sound is, Sumitha, but you know the sound. Like, I just say, the pulse rifle firing sound, and you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, there was a weird time in the 90s when they were making, like, the most violent 80s and 90s properties into kids' shows. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Remember the Rambo cartoon and toys? That was a thing. Kursala, have you not seen Aliens? Oh yes, WJ, I remember that toy. It was terrible. Yeah, you put the T-800 skeleton in the thing, and then you'd jam Play-Doh, and you'd clamp the thing down on it, and it would form, like, the skin around the T-800 endoskeleton. That was such a stupid fucking toy. Spawn action. Well, at least the Spawn action figures were, like... They were a little bit larger and more articulated, and they were kind of getting into the, like, posable statue collectors market, which I think even then was for older people. I don't think they really tried to market the Spawn stuff to young kids like they did with Rambo, which is so weird, because First Blood is a really quite mature and dark film, and, like, as a kid, I didn't even understand First Blood. I had to grow up and do quite a lot of shit before I could come back to that movie and get what the hell it was about. Really, other than, you know, the killing people parts, but that's not the whole movie. First Blood Part 2 is pretty much, that was it, yeah, admittedly. And every Rambo movie after that, come to think of it. I guess it was just First Blood that was more mature. Oh, Hamburg Tack, thank you for the reminder there. I do need to grab... You know what? I need to go grab myself something to drink. I had my coffee, and I didn't grab anything else, so give me a minute and I'll go do that. This is astonishing that you haven't seen Aliens, Kursala. Have you seen Terminator 2? Because, I mean... There's a strong argument that First Blood Part 2 is just a fever dream of John Rambo while drugged out of his mind at a VA mental hospital. Given the events of First Blood Part 1, I would assume that he was hospitalized against his will after that. Okay, you've seen Terminator 2. Kursala, if you like Terminator 2, you're gonna fucking love Aliens, dude. How is that? Terminator 2 and Aliens are like two sides of the same coin. They're both James Cameron action movies around the same time. I don't... It breaks my brain to think that someone has seen one but not the other. Yeah, like, watch the Aliens director's cut, dude. In fact, you know what you make me want to do, Kursala? You make me want to take, because we've got movie night voting up right now, and you make me want to just throw it out the fucking window. And be like, I know that you guys voted on things, but fuck you, we're watching Aliens. Didn't we watch Aliens for one of the movie nights? I think we did. Didn't we? Or did we watch Alien? I would have sworn that we did both. We watched Alien. Okay. You haven't seen any of the Alien franchise except Aliens vs. Predator 2 White Wolf. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, no, man. No. 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 White Wolf. What? No. No. That doesn't count. That doesn't count at all. Yeah, we did a double feature. We watched Alien and we watched Aliens. Kursala, were you just not here for that? Oh, that hurts me, dude. Or maybe you just caught a half of it? Yikes. because my immediate temptation is to just throw the voting out the window and say, we're watching Alien and Aliens. And, but we've already done it. I feel like that would be bad form. I'll watch Aliens any day of the fucking week. I'm not even kidding. How could you have no interest? It's Aliens! How do you... Okay, okay. Walk me through the thought process. You see, these guys are gonna watch Aliens. I haven't seen Aliens. I'm not interested. What's the disconnect? Where in there is the part where you lose interest in one of the greatest action movies ever made? If you don't like Alien, I mean, okay, that's fine. Alien is a great movie, objectively speaking, but it's like a thriller space horror movie, and it's not absolutely for everybody. Okay, fine, I get that. But Aliens? Aliens is a fucking action movie, and it's great. You barely need to... Okay, no, that's not true. You do need to have watched Alien to watch Aliens, but barely. They kind of explained the plot in the beginning of the movie. I hate the Alien franchise. I can appreciate it, but it freaks me the hell out. Ion Raptor. Like, the whole thing? Really? I get not being a huge fan of Alien. I get not being a huge fan of Alien 3 because Alien 3 is a David Fincher movie, and it's like, it's its own thing. And in fact, I would propose that Alien is one of the most interesting franchises on the planet Earth for one reason. Because Alien, the franchise, is essentially the same movie over and over and over and over again through the filter of different directors. Exactly, pun expected. It has no singular vision. It is the same events, told repeatedly, technically chronologically connected, by different directors. You get your Ridley Scott, you get your fucking James Cameron, you get your David Fincher, and then you can forget everything after that. Because Alien Resurrection was a goddamn garbage fire. Alien 3, honestly, I didn't like Alien 3. I appreciate it as a movie, but as part of the Alien franchise, I don't really give a shit. And then, technically, I guess, Ridley Scott would go on to make, like, Prometheus and go, ooh, this isn't the Alien universe, it's got aliens in it, but that movie sucks and no one should watch it. Ridley Scott had some interesting ideas and some interesting concepts about mankind and religion that he wanted to explore, and he made the mistake of doing it inside the Alien franchise. Recently, he started doing it again in the form of the show Raised by Wolves, and that's a much more appropriate place for it. I've been enjoying that quite a bit more. Alright, I am swapping to... Why? Look at that. I almost completely forgot why I did this with my painting handle. I'm gonna pop this off and switch to my other Warjack here. Someone who still has fear from riding the Alien Encounter ride at Disney World. Dude, yeah, that was... The Alien Encounter, wasn't that a part of, like, the... That was at Universal Studios. That wasn't at Disney to Square. I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about. I confused the two as well because I was a child back then and I lived in Florida, so I went to both of them quite a lot. It was at Disney? Really? I would have sworn that was Universal Studios. Anyone played Alien Isolation? Skull Fairy? I've seen it played and I've heard good things about it, but I have not played it. Currently, I'm playing and enjoying Alien Fireteam Elite, which just came out. All thing I know about Prometheus is Cinnamon Sins mocking the Prometheus school of running away from things. Yeah, if a big wheel is rolling towards you across the landscape, obviously you run directly away from it in the path of its rolling and not slightly to the side. That is not even the dumbest thing in the movie. Like, by far. There are way dumber things that happen in the movie. That's just one of the most famous idiotic things. That movie's really fucking stupid. Like, it's really quite bad. And it hurts me because it's full of good ideas executed very poorly. And I know they're good ideas because the same ideas are used in Raised by Wolves, and they're excellent. I didn't get myself something to drink. Hang on. Grab myself something to drink real quick. Yeah, that's right. Walter's Workshop did Alien Isolation on stream. Also, Hootie Hoo did Alien Isolation on stream, and that looked like good fun. But see, like, okay, Alien Isolation is a great video game based on the movie Alien. Aliens Fireteam Elite is based on Aliens, and honestly, they balance quite well, because Alien Isolation is like, oh my god, there's one alien and I have to hide from it because it's gonna eat my fucking brain out of my skull. And you're like panicking every time there's a thing happens. And Fireteam Elite is like, there are 30,000 aliens and I have a smart gun. Just mowing them down, which is fucking awesome. Aliens are individually not that threatening if you know where they're coming from and you have an automatic weapon. The problem is that there's a lot of them, usually. They're still pretty scary, to be fair. Check the Defunct Land video on Alien Encounter. It was Disney. Originally going to be Aliens, Ride/Spook House. Also an old episode of Beyond Tomorrow or Beyond 2000 did an episode of an actual Alien Spook House. I'm going to have to look into this, because I remember an Aliens Encounter thing, but I swear it was at Universal Studios. I'm not disbelieving you. If anything, I'm questioning my own memories. Getting into Battletech Alpha Strike, where can you get high-quality miniatures for mechs? Mr. Square Peg, my advice, now this depends on how much you game, how much wargaming you do, and what is considered a reasonable budget for you. If you have $200 to $250 or so to invest into wargaming to get started in Battletech and to a device that is going to help you in not only Battletech but all of your wargames, get yourself a resin printer. It's going to be a while before the new retail stuff from Wave 2 of the Kickstarter for Catalyst is available anywhere, so you're just going to be sitting around. But if you get yourself like an Elegoo Mars 2, and you get yourself some water-washable Elegoo resin, set it up, learn how to use it. It's fairly straightforward. There are a lot of good resources. On my Discord, there are a lot of people who print specifically Battletech and who resin print, so that's a good place to ask questions. But there are so many 3D printable files that you can get. I would also recommend Metalcore Collectibles. Right there, Shock21 just dropped a link. He makes absolutely amazing stuff. He only has a couple of mechs, but they are good proxies for existing mechs, as well as having their own profiles. I would also note that Machine God Ur here, and Machine God, please feel free to drop a link to your Kickstarter. Machine God has a link known as Subassembly Required. He has a lot of excellent 3D printable mech files. Patreon, sorry. Yeah, please feel free to drop a link to that. But yeah, between Machine God, some of the mechs that I make, the stuff that's available from Death Ray Designs, the stuff that's available from Hardware Studios, the stuff that's available from Metalcore Collectibles, a 3D printer, man, is the way to go. And then there's a bunch of free stuff on top of that isn't as high quality, but there's a lot of stuff. We're getting a resin printer. Do I need good ventilation? You need reasonable ventilation, Mr. Square Peg. If the room is well ventilated enough for you to paint in, I would say it's well ventilated enough for you to use a resin printer in. Don't huff it right out of the bottle. Don't drink it. Don't rub it on your hands or in your eyes. But for the most part, if you've got reasonable ventilation in the room and you're not leaving the bottle just open, like, it's really not a big deal. You definitely, like, there's some tricks you're gonna have to pick up, and you want to be careful about where you wash it and how you dispose of it. But again, there are a lot of good resources on the Discord, a lot of people who use these printer. Yeah, don't say its name 3 times. That's obviously very important. Don't look in the mirror and say it 3 times. Definitely. UV resin is fairly nasty stuff. Yeah, if you're, like, consuming it and touching it constantly, nanotanks, it is. Or if you're in an enclosed space with no ventilation, it can be bad for you, but, like, you want to be careful, but I would just say that the popular knowledge tends towards over-caution. I would say that if you have a lot of pets who get into your stuff, or if you have small children, you're going to want to be more careful, but if it's you and you know how to handle it, you're not going to have many issues. I will be right back. I've got to get myself something to drink, and we'll keep going. Here we go, here we go, here we go! Alright. Hey, what's up, Lady B? Alright, let's keep going here. Hey, Carbonic Acid, good to see you too, man. And Romeo Void, we had a couple people pop in while I was away, huh? Nah, itchy nose. I'm always drinking and painting, Lady B. The question is just how much, how fast. In both cases. Usually drinking faster than I'm painting. I don't really drink that much outside of when I'm painting these days, interestingly enough. I don't know. They go together well, though. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Yes, yes indeed. Drink fast and paint slow. I got that nailed. I'm all over that, don't you worry. How would you texture a foot in snow on a mech? Explain. Do you mean, like, how would you put a footprint in some snow on the base of a mech to make it look like it's walking through the snow? I would say it depends on how you're doing the snow on your base in that case. If you're doing the PVA glue-down method, then... It's not something I do very often, snow effects, but you could let the PVA dry, start to set for a little while, and then take the actual foot of a similar-sized mech and kind of press it down very gently into it. You want to wait until it's started to kind of gel up and set whatever texture it is that you have, and then press into it to give the impression. I told my ex-wife, I never drink faster than I paint. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Like I told my last wife, I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, I gotcha. The best answer is test it. If you're not sure how set you want it to be, just try doing your snow effect on some blank pieces of plastic that you can throw away afterwards first. And just test it out. Until you find the method you like, and then do that on the final one. Oh no. God no. Fuck no. Hell no. Oh no 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 no. No 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 no. 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 There is no rule saying that I must. I'll tell you what, though. I'll meet you halfway. You did a good job summoning that awful, awful thing. Creating the file that would then be printed to help it transition from the madness of your imagination into the physical realm. It was well done. Unsubbed. Carbonic acid, if that's the price I have to pay, man. I'm sorry. You will be missed, but I have my pride. Hey, you did a good job with it. If people can't tell it was brute forced, you know, it's one of Murphy's laws. And if it's stupid but works, it isn't stupid. Not mad, just disappointed. Oof. Don't sell me too short, White Wolf. If it's stupid, but it works, it's still stupid, and you're lucky. No, I disagree. There's a difference between something working and you being lucky. Like, if it shouldn't work, but it works, then you're lucky. But something can be stupid and still be effective. Or maybe I'm just really lucky. I don't know. One of the two. I'm not gonna call it. I wonder if I successfully convinced Hethrier to pick up Maelstrom's Edge. I was trying. It sounded like he might for a minute there, but I'm not sure if he actually did it. He doesn't need to because I have like 4 armies worth of Maelstrom's Edge, but, you know, I do like convincing people to buy things. It makes me feel powerful. I'll have to play that Aliens Firestorm game. Wait, are you talking about Fireteam Elite? Colonel Matthew Steiner? Because I've been enjoying that one. It's a little clunky. It needs some balance passes, it needs some updates, but the core of the gameplay is quite a lot of fun. All hail the mighty Thunderhead Studio! All hail! Thunderhead will lead us across the threshold. Something like that. I don't know. You know, I'm a shitty cult leader. What's up, Rubik's Cube? How you doing today, man? Apparently the Disney Alien Encounter ride was supposed to be an Aliens-themed ride, but the Imagineers refused to put a ride based on an R-rated movie in Walt Disney's park. It does seem like an odd idea for a ride. Like what happens? Does Bill Paxton pop out of nowhere and just start spitting curse words at you halfway through? I don't know what that ride would be like. It's just basic training for Colonial Marines. Oh, I would go on that. Oh my god! With them doing all their, like, super involved Star Wars shit lately, guys, can you imagine if they did, like, Colonial Marines boot camp? Like, you could sign up and sign a waiver. Someone would show up dressed like Apone and flip you off. I would so go to that. Make you into one of the ultimate badasses. Oh, rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Just thought about that. And yet the Hollywood ride had alien. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Iron Raptors, and that was at Universal Studios. That's the one I'm thinking of, because it was in the big facade of Man's Chinese Theater. Oh my god, there was a cult fomenting dissent within the ranks of the stream, guys. Just ignore it. You know, that's a good point. I should have those ready to go. Game over, man. Game over. We're in some real pretty shit now, man. For $5,000 a night, you can sleep in a capsule hotel with the AC on full blast, and every morning an Apone cosplayer will yell you awake. Wake up and just look over at whoever's next to me and be like, man, you look just how I feel. What? Is that a joke? I wish it was. It was in the Hollywood Studios park. Oh, okay. These are memories from when I was a very young child, so no doubt they're all mussed up. Well, thank you for saying so, Rubik's Cube. These are the bases that I made myself for Warcaster. One of them had a story video that had Jeffrey Combs. Oh yeah, no, I know who Jeffrey Combs is, Ford Fitch. Trust me on that one. That's pretty awesome. He does a lot of those videos for rides. He, not recently, I guess a couple years back, recorded one for like that big crazy Atlantis ride that they have at Universal Studios now. I got to meet him briefly as part of his recording with that, because I have someone who works at the park. Ford Fitch, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. I love Jeffrey Combs. I just finished rewatching Enterprise again. Oh my god, Commander Shran is the best character in the history of everything ever, anywhere. Didn't mean to feed the ego, but did it anyways. That's the joke, Rubik's Cube. It doesn't matter what you say, I will find a way to feed my ego with it. So don't worry too much about it. You never had a chance. I fucking love Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, Reanimator, From Beyond. Wait, was Jeffrey Combs in From Beyond? He was just in Reanimator. I'm thinking of... There was one actor who was in both of them. He was the guy who gets his head cut off in Reanimator. And then he has, like... I'm just saying, I'm not gonna say go watch Reanimator right now. I'm just gonna say I can't name many movies that have uncomfortable sex scenes between nubile college girls and literal severed heads. That's all I'm saying, okay? No, he is in From Beyond because the dick comes out of his forehead. I remember that now. Yeah, the little, like, the pineal gland sucker tube comes out of his forehead and he sucks people's brains out. I fucking love that movie. I've seen Color Out of Space and Mandy, both, which are kind of similar Vandal Noir, at least visually. I enjoyed both of them. I think Mandy's a better movie. Wasn't Color Out of Space like the last Richard Stanley movie before he died? Hey, Xander Shade, good to see you. "9:30 p.m. and 5 a.m. comes too quick, so off to the land of pizza." Oh, that doesn't say pizza. That's just wishful thinking. Damn it, Rubik's Cube, you got me all excited about a land of pizza. Get out of here. Have a good night, man. Thanks so much for stopping in. It's always good to see you, Rubik's Cube. I hope you're able to come by on Thursday. We'll be back. Didn't bring any leftovers from Papa John's. Ah, shucks. You always gotta bring enough for the whole class, guys. Alright, I'm looking for spots that I missed. Nothing jumping out at me, that's a good sign. The inside of the leg pretty well. Got the insides of the hips pretty well. Okay. Go back to the other one. Do a couple quick touch-ups, and then I'm going to start base coating my yellows. I don't see myself ever going to Disney World ever again. Like, I talk sometimes about going to do their whole Star Wars experience bullshit, but chances are I won't. I've been to Disney enough times in my life, both as a child and as an adult, to know that it always sounds better than it really is, and as much as it's like, oh, but you get to meet Lando Calrissian and Hondo Ohnaka, shake your hand, like, yeah, that's when you're not standing in ridiculous Florida fucking weather paying, $20 for a Pepsi in a special container, waiting in lines for hours on end, dealing with snot bubble blowing children. Like, the reality of it is kind of a fucking nightmare. At least for me. Your mileage may vary. Yeah, way too many. That is fundamentally the problem, is way too many people. And crazy expensive. Oh, I forgot to do the dealies on his... Oh, he doesn't have dealies on his feet. Never mind. I thought I missed it, but the other sculpt is just different. That's kind of cool. It's interesting to note the differences. Alright, let's start base coating our yellow. And I'm actually going to start with heavy sienna. Hey, what's up, Amateur Paint Hour? Could we get a shout out for the one, the only, the very talented Amateur Paint Hour? Hoo. The war of the shouting's out. Locked out, Data Nerd. Locked out. It's got a sting. How are you gonna get back at her? I want to see this escalate. I mean, no, don't escalate anything. That would be terrible. This music is way too, like, melancholy. This is no good. Let's not do that. Are those RRD bottles back there? Well, yes, there are a couple of them, actually. Currently out front, I have my Burning Skull, my Patrician's Garb, and my Coal Gray Lightshade, as well as right here, I have my Shadow Skull that I'm going to be going to. Really quite liking these RRD paints these days. And if you're curious about Rainy River Designs paints, which I use myself right here on the stream, you can always hit ! Rainy River to get a link over to RRD's page and check out their paints and basing supplies and merch and all, even models for yourself. I haven't had a chance to use your metallics yet, but I'm planning on giving them a shot here pretty soon. Oh, I didn't show you guys my Judge Dredd bust. I finished it. Or rather, I reached that point where I'm like, and I'm done painting it. Is it done being painted? I don't know. There's more stuff I can do, but I can tell you I'm done painting it. I'm waiting for the oil to set so I can varnish it. But feeling pretty good about it overall. What do you think? I'm fairly happy with the metallic and gold effects. Considering it's the first bust I've ever painted, and the first time I've really kind of tried to push an NMM with oils, it came out pretty decent. I might come in and reinforce the glare on the visor a little bit, because it's fairly faint now. But I just last night went in and kind of helped redefine the, the dread on his badge and touched up a lot of NMM, and I did the brassy shine on his helmet badge there in kind of a unique way. Yeah, he's got a hell of a jaw, doesn't he? Oh, thank you, Datron Voltari. Yeah, I really wanted to keep the same colors but push the different textures on the two shoulder pads. I think he came out nice. I'm going to wait another 24 hours or so for that oil to set, and then I'm going to go ahead and varnish him and get some pictures taken. Thank you very much. It means a lot coming from you, Gus. You're a very talented painter. Hooked Brush Painter, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Storm Chasers. How you doing, Hooked Brush? We've got a couple of new follows tonight, so I figured I'd go ahead and mention, if you yourself are a painter or a creative, we would love to see your work. We do a bit at the end of every stream, known as the Storm Report, which is an art share segment. Again, we do it every stream. So if you'd like to share something with us, have it shown right here on the stream, and maybe get some feedback if you're interested in it. It is as easy as going to the Thunderhead Studio Discord, popping into the channel mark the Storm Report, and posting up to 2 pictures. We'll take a look at it tonight. We do it 3 times a week. You can find the Discord, there's a button down there below the main window, or you can hit !Discord in chat to get a link. Mini Painter, do I have an IG page? Yes, there should be links below chat there. Buttons you can hit. One of them should be Instagram. I also have a link tree that'll take you there. And thank you for saying so, Hookbrush. And yeah, dude, if you paint minis, we'd love for you to share your work with us. I'd love to see some of it if you feel like posting it. And I encourage everyone to post their work. I became, in my opinion, a better painter once I started sharing more of my stuff and not reserving it so much for myself. I say it every stream at this point, but I think it's true. You are your own worst critic, not just in the traditional sense of being harshest on yourself, but I really feel like each and every one of us as artists are the least qualified individuals to judge our own artwork. And sometimes by getting out there and sharing, you can find out that you are better at things than you realized, or that you have some stylistic flair that you might want to pursue that you really can't see when you're on the inside looking out. So please feel free to share. We would love, love, love to see your work in the Storm Report. And it doesn't have to be mini painting, either. We do a lot of mini painting here, and I love to see painted minis, but anything artistic. If you've got something you'd like to share, we want to see it. Let's have a look here real quick. Ooh, nice work hook brush. Very, very nice. I like the freehand. That looks like freehand. The little curls on the inside of the cloak. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this open. I'll show it on the Storm Report. I like the work you've done on the hammer, too. Good job with the non-metallic metal gold. That is a damn tricky process, but looks like it's coming along well for you. Very, very cool figure. I'll make sure to pop that in. Good work on the freehand there. Absolutely hook brush. Now, encouragement is important, and I don't give false encouragement, nor do I give false praise. It's something that I endeavor to avoid, because it's real easy to fall into. Everybody who posts something, you gotta say it's the best thing ever, but if you do that, suddenly saying something looks good.
I suppose you could just go ahead and pour that paint on anywhere. It's not like we're trying to get inside the lines or anything.
I am trying to get inside the lines, though. But you can almost always find something that somebody is good at to point out. You look close. And like I said, we are ironically among the least qualified individuals to judge our own work the vast majority of the time. So I am happy to assist. Happy Man O'Coral, good to see you, my friend. How long have you been painting? Since the first time I painted, it's been almost 20 years, but I wasn't really painting for all that time. I'd say I've been painting steady and improving for the last 6-7 years, maybe? That might be a little generous. 5 might be more accurate for when I actually started trying. It all comes with practice. A day or two. Yeah, I started yesterday. How you doing, O'Coral? I did that specifically to make you a liar, Kursala. I've been looking for the opportunity for a while, and you just handed it to me, so, you know, congrats. Welcome back, Sewer Creature. Good to see you. Know what I need to do on stream? Paint up some Hex Tech stuff. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's like I paint everything but the shit that I actually make. It was the butt plug jokes, wasn't it? Oh, those were jokes. Oh, you were trying to be funny. Oh, okay. I'm good at showing off my logo. I'm bad at showing off my actual work. Oh, Coral. Go ahead and remind people one more time, we do have a donation goal up now. You may notice on the screen.
Welcome back to 50 Shades of Coal Gray.
Oh no.
And as he pulled his stiff bristles out of my wet fluids, I yelled out, "No, Thunderhead! You need to thin that paint first!"
Finish off the Thunder Skunk while you're at it. So we are going to be giving that another try.
Welcome
Coral.
back to 50
Specifically
Shades of Coal
on
Gray.
this guy.
Chapter 2. And as I lay on the cold, unforgiving table, my liquid spewing out from beneath me across the polished surface, I look up to see Thunderhead shaking his head, eyes alight with disappointment.
Alight.
As he cleans his brush.
Alight with disappointment.
Everyone has had too much of now. From mega cities like Central to the vast and desolate outlands, nobody wants more of it. How it used to feel is what the people want. And Rememory offers us exactly that. Retros.
Did you request a Kraken?
Treasures of the forgotten past.
I don't remember that happening. I'm gonna have to choose something else. I picked the Kraken specifically because I thought it would frustrate you. But if it doesn't, then the whole point is moot. I'm gonna have to, if I want to get another one, I'm gonna have to beg Ion Raptor. Because he's not giving out his STLs anymore. Yeah, there were too many damn Etsy sales of his stuff online. Which I can't blame him. I see my shit popping up on Etsy all the time, and I just like, I get why people want to control their files more carefully, but I'm like, well, whatever. I wasn't going to make any money off them anyway. Welcome back, Mr. Square Peg. Plank Walker, good to have you. We saved you a seat. There are, oh Coral. It's like, yeah. I don't know. I've put in reports for it a few times, and I've sent messages to the guy doing it. He's selling like, oh, look at all the unseen, buy the original, and I'm like, whatever. I just try to encourage people, if you want to buy any of my sculpts that are available on Thingiverse, you want to pay someone to print them, either come to me, and if I can't do it, then go to Steel Warrior Studios and let Alex do it. At least then I'll get a couple of dollars out of it. And I can guarantee that you're getting decent prints from a reputable sales person. What's printing hook brush? You can always hit ! STL to get a readout of what is being shown. on the 3D printer, which that's actually still a lie. It's not an Ender 3. I replaced the Ender 3 with a Neptune 2.
Wants more of it. How it used to feel is what the people want. And remember,
How long until the storm report? About 45 minutes.
retros. Remember treasures of the forgotten past.
Will happen at
Welcome back
8:30
to 50
Mountain
Shades of
Time.
Cold Gray, Chapter 4. Thunderhead slowly brushed up and down the leg of the miniature as I watched from the desk, my glistening paint waiting for his brush to get even more. The desire was there, he knew that, but he still kept painting that mech's crevices again and again, even after his paint ran thin. Oh, I suppose I need more paint, he said, smirking as he reached past me for another jar, dipping his brush deep inside of it while I watched in agony. Welcome back to 50 Shades of Cold Gray, Chapter 5. Thunderhead smiled as he held two brushes aloft, staring down at his workstation
the
and me
dumbest.
with an evil light glinting in his eyes. He put both sets of bristles into the glorby fluids, chuckling to himself as he did so. Looks like it's time for two brushes, one paint pot.
That's so dumb. Oh my god. The Storm Report, Mr. Squarepeg, is an art share segment we do at the end of every stream. You can post pictures of whatever it is that you're working on that you would like to share in the Discord channel, and we will go ahead and take a look at it at the stream and give some feedback if desired. Or just show it off if that's what you like. I'm a big believer in sharing your work. I'll say it one more time, it'll be like the fourth time this stream, but you really, as an artist, most of us are our own worst critics. Not just in the sense of being harsh on our own work, but in the sense that we are the least qualified people to judge our own talents. It helps to get it out there, get other people's opinions and thoughts. Playing Humankind, and I want to get some screenshots in time. How is Humankind? I feel like like Epic Game Store tried to sell me on that one a couple of times. Oof, I got kind of a rough base coat on this mini, and I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna paint around the rough spots and pretend like they're not there, and hopefully nobody else will see them. Whatever. I just want some Iron Star Alliance so I can play Warcaster. I don't gotta be perfect. Never let the perfect be the enemy of the good. I'm thinking I might try 365 again next year. What do you guys think about that? I've never quite made it. I did 320 and 365 a couple of years ago, and I was really, really proud of it, but I've never made the full 365. Oh, I was thinking, you know what I was thinking, WJ? Yeah, Humankind is the new 4X. When I read Humankind, what my brain filled in was, Detroit Become Human. That's what I was thinking of. Getting close at 278. Damn, Rodan, that's impressive, man. What do you think, guys? Would you be into like a community 365 challenge? Like I said, I've tried it before and I've gotten real close. I've just never quite made it. Too much pressure. The trick is picking the right models for Gadarong. It's a good way to paint multiple armies and to get yourself into the speed painting groove. Not caring too much about the final product. Just paint it and get it done. Paint it and get it done. Shut up and paint, as they say. Stop thinking, keep painting. I prefer one-off models. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in, pun expected. Sometimes I'm the same way. sometimes I'm in the mood to do an entire force. And I do want to pull it off just once, just so I can say I've done it, you know? So I can say, yeah, I did 365 once, and now I'm never doing it again. Like I said, I made 320. I did 320 in 365 a couple years ago. It's the closest I've come. You make it a race? Well, it's not going to be a race. It's just you have to just do 365 models in 365 days. Getting it done sooner just means you completed it. I want a good final product. It encourages... See, what I managed to do for God Run, like, I did my Lord of the Rings stuff when I was doing 365, and I got some pretty nice results out of it. I found that it encourages you to find quick ways to get good results. Oh, I was going to mention, too. I almost forgot about it. I've mentioned our donation goal a few times tonight. What I didn't mention is I'm thinking at the end of the donation goal, if we can pull that off, we're probably going to go ahead and have another giveaway of some 3D printed parts, maybe some paint handles and some other accessories. Also, I have put in an order for more Thunderhead Studio dice. They are about 4 to 5 months out. Currently taping your laptop back together. Oh no, what happened? Stop destroying your laptops. I mean, I guess if it can be taped back together, it couldn't have been that bad. Shooting for a much more reasonable 1 per week. Maybe it'll just be a personal goal again then. When I was doing, the closest I got to 365, I got into a real heavy value sketching and glazing kick, and I keep thinking if I did that again, value sketching and glazing with oil would be interesting, because the big problem I always had with the value sketch and glaze method is that your colors come out really desaturated and not very vibrant. But with oil, you might be able to counteract that and get some really nice vibrant colors out of it. Alright, back over to the other one. First time I used them, they triple tacked the Clan Executioner's engine on turn to... Fuck yes! Fuck yes! That is fucking awesome! I cannot tell you how excited I am by that.
Let me try that! Cobra assault cannon, state of the art, bang bang. I like it!
I like it. Do all your value sketches in acrylic, then go over with your transparent oils. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Pun Expected. I haven't done that yet. That would be an adaptation of my previous 365 method, but it seems like it would be effective. I'm doing a little bit of that with these figures with magenta to get my final splash of color. Roll good enough for me to ammo explode. So far, I've had all good reports from the dice. They've been rolling well for people. And if they roll poorly for you, then just keep that to yourself so I can continue to pretend like they are somehow superior to other dice. It'll make me feel good, at least. That's messy. Oh well. It don't matter. None of this matters. Recently started watching the show Back with David Mitchell and Robert Webb. I guess it's a Sundance original. Everybody has their original shows these days. Well, you know, if it works, Sewer Creature. Even if it occasionally falls apart and you have to tape it back together, that's something. Either way, I've been really enjoying this show. I mean, I like David Mitchell and Robert Webb regardless. But they've done a few shows since Peep Show, like Ambassadors on the BBC. It was just okay, but Back is pretty excellent so far. It's got about 2 seasons, and I think they got renewed for a third recently. Oh, I missed a spot. Alright. I'll start working up my yellows. I've got time to get some done. Come hell or high fucking water, I'll get more life out of this one. Well, not if you get high water. Because if there's one thing computers don't like, it's water. Oh, excuse me. And catching up on Better Call Saul. Did I just see a little while ago that, what's his name? Odenkirk, the main actor from Better Call Saul, he had like a heart attack on set, didn't he? That's rough. Oh, that's not the color I want to go to. I need yellow ochre first. What do I do with that? There it is. Heavy ochre. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because that guy's a fantastic actor, and that show really just, like, came out of nowhere. You're sitting there, you're watching Breaking Bad, and you're like, wait a second, this supporting character is way more interesting than the main character. What the hell's going on? The classic, oh no, you don't need a criminal lawyer, you need a criminal lawyer. He's funny. At this point, the repair methods have gone from a 5-star hospital to a witch doctor living out of a swamp. Hey, man. You gotta do your own research on medical information. Don't go discounting the witch doctors. They might have some kind of secret, you never know. Besides, obviously, all the doctors are lying to us, and you know what? I'm not gonna get into that. Like, I was saying it, I was being sarcastic, and then I was like, this is too close to reality. Let's not do this. Got myself a little medium here. Fibonacci's Code. Hello, hello. How are you doing today?
Welcome, everyone, to Thunderhead Studios, where the only rule is...
Please don't show me your genitals. Please don't.
have fun, be safe, and above all...
Don't show them to me. Don't for the love of God. Do not show me your genitals. It is a simple rule, and we have managed to abide by it so far, with very few exceptions. Let's keep up our good track record, folks. Just staple it back together. Who gives a shit? Smoking, making dinner, tired as fuck. Ooh, you smoking something good, I hope, Fibonacci. Sounds like you had a long day, man. Take a load off. He's talking about marijuana. I used to smoke cigarettes. Quite a lot. I'll tell you, it is hard to be in the military and not smoke cigarettes. Not legal. I am so sorry to hear that, Fibonacci's Code. Hopefully just give it some time, and it will be, man. Depending on where you are. It is really, really hard to be in the military and not smoke cigarettes. For one very simple and ridiculous seeming reason. That being that smokers get smoke breaks, and non-smokers do not get smoke breaks. They often get no kinds of breaks at all. Which is really fucking frustrating when you don't want to smoke. And then, like, depending on where you are, you then, like, go out to the smoke pit to just take a break anyway, and you'll get yelled at. They'll be like, why aren't you smoking? If you're not a smoker, you shouldn't be here. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, I began to suspect that they were they were like giving kickbacks to officers and NCOs because they sold cigarettes at the PX. This Saturday or next Saturday? This Saturday to Square. This Saturday. Oh, Fibonacci, yeah, that is tough, man. I used to live in Texas up until fairly recently, and yeah, you're probably right on that one. Their identity is too tied up in punishing people for harmless shit. I am sorry to hear that, man. Just placed an order for a resin printer. Fuck yeah, Square Peg. Would you order? Is what it is. I can deal for now. No, I did like some things about living in Texas. I lived in San Antonio, and if nothing else, there was a really, really surprisingly, shockingly good, active and involved tabletop gaming scene in that town. Seemed like there was a pretty good one up in Dallas-Fort Worth, too. We always went up there for tournaments. Austin had some, but weirdly not as much. You'd almost think it would be the other way around. Amateur question, but when thinning paint, is tap water good? Do I need a special thinner? Also, how much should I thin my paints for base/panel coats? That is going to depend. If tap water is good enough depends on the quality of your tap water. I am on a well, and I have a lot of mineral content in mine, so I use distilled water. Personally, I recommend just using distilled water all the time because you know the contents of distilled water. It's water. It's always going to be water. But yeah, distilled water is fine for thinning paints. You can get better performance out of some mediums. One of the only Games Workshop products that I will recommend almost ever is... I just lost it. I just used it and then I lost it. Here. I'm going to show this to you as if this isn't my disgusting bottle. But Lamian Medium from Games Workshop, from Citadel, I use this stuff, and it's really quite nice. And then mostly I thin with water, but I'll put a drop or two of that in there. Also recommend grabbing some flow aids so you can kind of change the consistency and break the surface tension a little bit. Yes, it's a casualty. See that you found the command. Excellent. That's some Battletech terrain. prototyping over there, me making sure that all of the angles work well enough. Everybody in the military smoking explains why they have a lot of people playing 40K. SIGs are probably cheaper. Yeah, well, they're into the expensive habits. I was in the army, Fibonacci's code. Is Lamian medium popular? Is that something I should look into? Lamian medium is one of the most popular products. Completely anecdotal. In my experience, most people like Lamian medium, even people who criticize Citadel as other products, like myself. It's a pretty excellent matte medium. It's not entirely matte. I think it's actually like satin. But it thins very, very well. Every time I hear Games Workshop, I'm reminded Games Workshop is worth more than British Petroleum. Yeah, they've done really well for the last 2 years, too. Smokers get breaks and non-smokers don't. I've been that asshole who would take fresh air breaks when smokers complain, said you can fuck off whenever, so can we. I mean, yeah. It's all fun and games until someone who has the legal right to ground you even though you're a grown-ass man comes along and yells at you. May have been the most humiliating thing about military service, honestly, is as a grown man, you can be grounded. They can do it to you. It's bullshit. In many ways, the U.S. military is just kind of like being in a second version of high school. Minus the part where they can, you know, people can shoot at you sometimes. But at least you generally know when that's going to happen, and can get jobs where they broadly won't shoot at you. I've mixed a couple of medium cocktails, Manro Fasol, that have been very, very similar to Lamian, but I found that just buying Lamian medium and dumping it in a bottle saved me enough time that it was worth it. But your mileage may vary. That's just something you have to consider. You know, that's the DIYer's creed, isn't it, though? Why would I buy this thing when I can make it myself for twice the price and a whole bunch of time? Legally shoot at you. Datrin. Well, I guess still not legally. It's complicated. Helps that as a painter I had tons of matte medium for your canvas paintings. Yeah, if you've already got the supplies lying around. And you know, broadly speaking, if you already have supplies lying around, I always advise you to use what you have before you buy anything new. I have fallen victim to the retail therapy bug more than once over the course of my painting career, and I'm a firm believer in using what you have before getting anything new. Speaking of which, I'm going to buy myself a bunch more Pro Acryl tonight, even though I haven't opened some of my last ones. Hooked Brush Painter, I'm glad that you had fun, man. I hope to see you again. We stream Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights at the same time. And you can get updates on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and on the Discord. I hope to see you again. Have a good night, man. And thanks for sharing with us today. Find some more stuff to add so I can buy that transparent white. Yeah, I'm interested in that myself. I'd be curious to find out what you think of it. Pro Acryl's really good stuff. The only two paints I'm buying these days are pretty much Rainy River and Pro Acryl. I maintain that Reaper's Master Series are still some of the best paints on the market, though. Pro Acryl had to do a lot of work to pull ahead of them. Oh, that's right, I have a Twitter. Thank you for reminding me, White Wolf. Yes, also, there's a Twitter. So, you know, follow that for when I remember to put things on it. One of these days, I'm going to be able to afford a social media manager. And then I'll be so much more engaged, you have no idea. All I need are 3,000 more subs. That's all. We're almost there. Got some RRD paint and basing on the way? Fuck yeah, Vergado. Kursala, you do so much for me. I'm not about to be like, would you mind doing like a legitimate paid position for no money? Like, what the hell? You already do what should be a paid position for no money. You're out of your mind. IFTTT? I'll have to check that out. I was using Hootsuite for a little while, but then they lost some of their Facebook integration. Facebook is trying to like pull out ahead and limit their integration so that you use their business suite, which is lame. Wonder what new paints Duncan Rhodes will be kickstarting soon. Is he doing a Kickstarter for paint? I'd be interested to that. Oh, Duncan Rhodes. There are few painters so beloved in the painting community. Just launched it yesterday. I'll have to check it out. Inquisitor Burnsy, how you doing, man? Can we get a shout out real quick? Or Inquisitor Burnsy, very talented painter, sometime streamer. Was hanging out there last night. How you doing, Burnsy? Feel free to post a link up in the Discord. I'd love to take a look at Rhodes' new Kickstarter. I don't know that I'll actually get in on it, because the fact is, I have lots and lots of fucking paint. And I have my preferred brands. And I don't know what he could do with painting that would really do anything for me, short of, like... I don't know. I don't know what features a paint would have to have at this point to pull me away from Rainy River and Pro Acryl. If I knew, I would probably be doing it myself. But it would have to be pretty impressive, is the point.
99 bottles of paint on the wall, 99 bottles of paint. Take one down, shake it around. 150 bottles of paint on the wall.
We are unfortunately well past 99 at this point. What you upgrading? Wait, what? On the printer, Vergaderung, this is an entirely new building. Doing pretty well, getting ready to finish the prep on your heavy arms. You know, you building the heavy arms custom last night started getting me thinking about, I've got a Dugram kit that I need to build. And I don't want to jump into it while I have all these projects going. I don't want to start anything new until I wrap a few of them up, but I think it's going to be close to the top of my list when I do wrap up the current projects. I haven't built anything at that scale since I was like 13. And I have one, and I'd like to do it again. So basically, I've already spent that money, Vergaderung, and the donation goal is, should you wish to help me recoup it. That went into a new monitor, some new microphones, a couple of new cameras, some cables, stuff like that. It wound up costing me about $400 to get my game room upgraded to a point where I can record and stream from it. And I'm going to be finishing getting that set up over the course of the month and hopefully able to record something when Hathrir is here at the end of the month. But yeah, if you feel like helping me recoup those costs, I'm going to be putting stream sub fees into it, and then anything that goes into the donation goal to help pay that off. And then there'll probably be another one after that to upgrade the sound rig, because I definitely went with minimum viable product on my audio. What's cooking good looking? Bueno Truno, how you doing today, man? Better than the time I tried to make a paint rack and the whole thing collapsed. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good at all. How you doing, Sheza Gaming? Good to see ya. And thank you so much for that shout out, Data Nerd. My first custom I'm doing, both nervous and excited. Those are two sides of the same coin, to be fair. Also getting a bunch of upgrade parts for an Imperial Knight on Friday. Talked myself out of starting that project too. God, I know that feeling. I have done an unfortunate number of Imperial Knights. I got a remarkable number of them to like 80%. And no further. Oh my god, Vergaderung with a $40 donation. Thank you so much. That puts us at 50. We are already well on our way to recouping that cost. Vergaderung, I really appreciate the support, man. I'm hoping that the gaming streams go well and everybody has fun with them. Ooh, I need to take a quick short break. I'm going to take a quick bio break, stretch my legs for just a second. I got to run outside and lock up the outdoor kitty cats. By the time I get back, we'll probably be right close to starting the storm report, so don't go anywhere, because we're going to be showing your work in just a few minutes. See you soon. Tell you, there's been this weird sound out in the field for the last week or so. It's this odd screeching noise that I could never quite place. I wasn't sure what was making it. We haven't had it in the previous years that I've lived here. I think it's an owl. It must be some kind of new owl, maybe a ground owl or something, because we've got a couple of really, really big owls, like a mating pair that nest out in the windbreak. This guy was pretty big, though. It's not a Sasquatch suicide, Brinny. We don't have Sasquatches in the plains of Colorado. That's like a Pacific Northwest thing. Or like if you're in the South, it's like a skunk ape. Yeah, I think I will date a nerd. It's a really weird sound, but I finally spotted what I thought was making it, and it was, I'm pretty sure, an owl up on top of one of my grain bins. And it took off, and it had a good 2.5, 3 foot wingspan. It was not small. It's me on my nudie run screaming. Oh yeah, it's Bueno Truno running through the field naked, just yelling. That makes perfect sense. Maybe a chupacabra. You guys have such unbelievably helpful suggestions, let me tell you. I thank you so much. Maybe it's a naked Bueno Truno. Maybe it's a chupacabra. Maybe it's a Sasquatch. Maybe it's a skunk ape. You never know, bro. You never know. Monster birds? You just had to fight a monster spider. Was it a screaming monster spider? Because maybe we're onto something then. Spiders and I have a very simple truce. We worked it out a long time ago. I don't see them, and they get to live. It's really very simple. Could be Frank Reynolds. Oh, shit. I think Mantis Toboggan is out in the field. Oof, that's no good. He's probably just out there cranking it, you know? Pounding off. We have Sasquatch here in Arkansas. Say we have more than on the East Coast. Everybody, you know, it's an interesting thing. For those of you who are fans of this sort of thing, I've actually discovered that everyone everywhere on Earth has exactly the same number of Sasquatch. Because he doesn't exist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to crush your dreams. I know, it's like a whole thing. I always enjoy the shows where there's like the guys out doing Sasquatch calls. Doing like the samurai babble kind of bullshit, because I'm always thinking like, oh, one responded to what I said. I'm like, yeah, that's some other asshole out in the woods who just heard you doing a Sasquatch call, and now he's doing one back at you. Come on. Every culture has a Sasquatch myth. Well, yeah, but those are descended from, like, the wild man myths, which aren't so much myths as a fairly legitimate fear of rednecks. I mean, wild men. Like, I'm much more alarmed by the possibility of human beings creeping around. Human beings are fucking terrifying. Have you checked the fields for empty cans that were filled with boxed wine? I found some Diet Coke cans, but I didn't see to check to see if they had been filled with boxed wine, Rodan. Shit, you might be onto something. If that's the case, we're gonna have to intervene. We're gonna have to have an intervention. Not for a lack of good ideas, mind you. Ancestral memory of running into Neanderthal and other humans and ape men? Quite possibly. Australia doesn't have Sasquatch, we have the Yowie. You've also got clever men, who I have to say that's like... I mean, clever men, I'm not saying that that's equivalent to Sasquatch, because those are like shaman of the Aboriginal tribes. I just think it's a really fucking cool title. No one would ever accuse me of being a clever man. Getting some stream stutter. Showing any issues on my side. It might just be Twitch being that. Twitch is, in fact, quite stupid sometimes. Oh, it is about time for the storm report. Let me finish up these last couple of touches here. I'm not going to honeycomb yet, because that'll take me some more time, but we've made some good painting progress tonight. We don't have Sasquatch, but we have elves. You have elves. Huh. Yeah, I think it's just Twitch. And I'm sorry to see that. On my end, I'm not getting any dropped frames, nor am I having any connection fluctuations. Try just reloading. I'm sorry for anyone who's having the stream right now. We're going to be going to the storm report Monday. Getting decode errors. Sounds like it's just Twitch eating itself alive. Fuck Twitch. Sabotaging. I'll give it a minute this works out, because I don't want to go into the storm report while everybody's having connection issues. Damn right, ban Twitch. Get Twitch out of here. Ban Bezos. Probably Bezos doing this personally. Buffering, skipping, and artifacting still on mobile. Fuck. Sure. Didn't have any issues earlier, for some reason. It's not on my end. Everything on my end seems to be going just fine. An elaborate ploy to a storm report. Don't give away my secrets. You're in the inner circle for a reason, and it's not the secrets of the inner circle. The great underhead being that I actually hate streaming. I hate streaming and I hate painting. I don't know why I do any of it. Literally seems to be having problems, and this sucks. I'm not happy about it. Didn't realize that was one of the secrets. They're secrets, as it turns out, of the inner circle. Changed quality, still issues. Yeah, that'd be thing. WJ, if you're getting weird, goofy blocks. Well, damn, if everybody's... I'm gonna feel bad about going into the storm report. Some of you guys might not be able to see the stuff that you've posted. Yeah, it's really just Twitch being stupid. My favorite is when it decides to do that, like, after I raid somebody, so I can't saying or even watch their stream. I love it. I love that. Well, we're gonna go ahead and go forward, regardless, and hope that it works out for the people who are suffering. Clean off a little bit here. Sometimes this is late and he gives no hair. This is not an accurate representation of what I am attempting to stream. God damn it. Close the palette here. White Wolf, I'm sorry to hear that. And yeah, VOD shouldn't be. VOD should be just fine. And I'm also recording it on my end, so even if it were, I should be able to... Because, like I said, it's not... Putting out is not messed up. It's Twitch's ability to get it to you, for whatever reason, is having trouble. So we got to work today on these two Warjacks. Didn't do anything on... But we got our base coats in for the undercarriage, the blue metallic, and then the yellow glow, and then we started to work up the first round. There's that being some heavy ochre. Decent amount of work on a couple of big, hefty metal figures. Looking forward to getting these guys done. I really like the design of these Firebrand Warjacks. it is directly and personally Bezos' fault, Bueno, so that makes sense. That's just a good idea. Checked other streams and they're good. Awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it's singling me out. That's fantastic. My end. I've got monitoring set up to tell me if that's the case, and everything is fine coming out of here.